Hi, how y'all doing? Merry Christmas on Saturday.
For Baltimore,
Um,
the center fielder,
Nothing like Christmas
Jemai
time.
Jones.
Man, it's always weird. And Christmas time, I'm like, I'm tired of like,
First
oh,
pitch,
I hate.
12:40.
I mean, I just been really up and down. It's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I It's not even like, it's like that, that fart or whatever. It's like,
Safe.
every time I deal with it, I have to deal with some family members and
Batting
shit.
second, the
Just
third
drives me
baseman,
nuts, cause like,
Ramon Urias.
sometimes they don't even get it. They don't even like, they don't
No, he's
even
safe.
like have any kind of concept of, like right, wrong, or different or whatever. It's like, I mean, normally I wouldn't. Normally I'd record late at night because it's easier. Easier schedule wise. If you got nothing going on late at night, just go do it. But I
No
couldn't do
balls, two
that
strikes.
last night, so I said, you know what? Let me start recording in the morning because I gotta be up, you know. And if I get it done the day before, who cares, you know? And that's basically what happened. That's kind of my philosophy sometimes. It's like, let's get it done, because we gotta get it done, you know?
Batting third,
And,
the left fielder,
so I
Ryan
basically, went to bed,
Mountcastle.
woke up at 5 in the morning, and here I am. So this is not
Runner!
recorded late at night. This is recorded at 5:30 in the morning. So excuse me if I sound really tired. It's kind of how it is, you know.
1-1.
And it's not a big deal actually. It's more of like just late at night you're allowed to like go a little deeper and not have to worry about
The
what
count is
you're
2
gonna
and 1.
do, and it's like, but when you wake up at 5 in the morning, you got a schedule.
He's going,
You
he's
gotta
going.
keep it, you know. And that's kind of where I come down on. Like, I'd rather record with like no pressure to be on time, you know. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Batting fourth, the designated hitter,
And
Trey
then
Mancini.
what I hate with my parents is that they just literally don't live in reality sometimes. Like all the time I hear them, it's like,
Out.
it's just like, you can't be late when we go to pick you up. It's
Batting
like,
fifth,
thanks for the
the
pressure.
second baseman,
You know what I mean? Like, come on, like,
Vallejo.
I can't be late, but you can show up whenever you damn well please. You know? Like, then I got my mom over there. I'm trying to tell my dad, like no pressure, like, because I understand there's a point, like, don't be like 20 minutes late,
One
right?
ball, one
Because
strike.
that's kind of pushing it. I was trying to tell my dad, I don't like when my mom sets a time for me to be outside, like, you know? Like, I really don't like that, because sometimes it just takes all the power out of my hands. And then, I try to tell my dad something along that line. Like, because, I tried to tell him, like, dude, just show up 9:05 or something like that. And he goes,
Leading
like,
up
oh,
for
well,
the
just be
Mariners,
outside. I was like, dude, you're
the
not getting the
shortstop,
point. Don't fucking make a
Johnny
time for me when you don't know my
Walton.
schedule. And, like,
I got
I
one
want
ball,
to,
one
like,
strike.
I'm going to, and the weird thing is, I want to be such a douche to them sometimes when it's like, what I mean is like, oh, it's 8:30 because I had to change it later that night
Batting
because I
second,
realized that
the designated
I
hitter,
needed to go
Ty France.
to the pharmacy. So I was like, oh, let me just
0-1.
change that real quick, and then all of a sudden it's like can't get a hold of them. You know, gotta call them 50 times.
0-2 is the count.
They get mad at me, and it's like, yo, you answered the phone the first time for a 5-second problem. You know, we wouldn't be here now, would we?
3.
But the thing is, what I'm really getting at is I want to be the person that
Batting
goes
third.
number. It's
The
8:31.
center fielder.
I told you to be here at 8:30. You can't be here? You know? Don't get on my ass if you can't, like, do it yourself, you know? Like, because I've had moments where they literally just be dicks, and it's like, yo, not happening. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, if you're gonna, like, be a jerk to someone, expect them to be a jerk back, you know? Which is something I don't really get to do to them, and I mean that, like, in a way of, like, just, you know, like, if you're gonna be, like, mean to me, at least expect some kind of, like, negativity back, you know what I mean? Like, don't expect me to kiss your behind as you're, like, abusing me. Like, but that being said, like, I actually like, you know, going to bed early sometimes. Sometimes it's like,
Leading off for Baltimore.
it's like one of those
The right
things, I
fielder.
gotta be better with
Number
time,
24.
you know? Because time is key with this stuff. Like, it's all like, because it's like,
Batting set.
time is key.
The
Like
first
I said 5 minutes
Pedro
ago, if
Severino.
I'm like on time, if I do this thing going to bed at 9:30, I am much more likely to actually be up. You know what I mean? It increases significantly.
Foul ball.
You know, so I'm gonna try to remember that. Because waking up right now, I could do these things if I have to and want to and shit. And I like doing videos, honestly. It gets me out of my, like, out of my shell a
Batting
little
eighth.
bit.
The shortstop. Yomer Sanchez.
Mm.
Batting 9.
Oh my god.
The catcher. Chance Cisco.
I mean, I'm just having like, it's like one of those things. I'm just like relaxing a little bit. I mean, it's like before a big game, you know, you gotta relax, get the headphones on, and just chill.
0-2.
That's how I feel about like going to work sometimes. It'd be like, get the headphones on, just chill, and you're gonna do good. Cause like, I like going to work and doing good. I don't like going to work tired as fuck. I don't even like, you know, I mean, I gotta work Christmas Day too, and that's by choice. That's by choice. That's one of those things I'm like, I don't want to see my family. You know what I mean? Like, that's the key is like, every
Leading
time I
off
deal
for
with my
the
mom, it's
Mariners.
like,
The third baseman.
and even my dad, like,
Kyle
I was trying to tell him, like, I don't like
Seager.
Kim because she's rude. She's a bigot. Like, I don't like her. I don't care if she's vaccinated or not. And then my dad goes, well, she don't work at, you know, well, she works at Costco.
1 ball,
I'm like, that's
2
not
strikes.
the point. If you complain about your coworker to me, don't, like, that's not about the coworker. Like, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, is reality just walking out the window there? Like, yo, like, it's not about her coworker, it's about her, you know? Don't, like, I'm not saying, like, she, it's like, one of those things where I'm just like, thanks for swinging and missing, Dad.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Mitch Henniger.
And right now, I'm just like, I mean, I hate that because it's like, yo, like, this guy is, like, so delusional.
Ball.
I wanted to go off on him, like, you know that, like, LGBT people don't care that she got a new job, honestly. I don't care if she got a new job. I'm LGBT. I don't fucking care. Like, the job wasn't the issue. And it's like, oh well. And then it's like, you know, like, because the way I think of it is like the
Batting
job
sixth,
is just not
the second baseman,
even the issue at all. It's the person that's the issue.
Moore.
He's out.
And to have my dad just sit there like a dummy, to say
Batting
that was
seventh,
like, dude,
the left
just shut
fielder,
up.
Jose.
I mean, I wanted to go off on him and start saying, you know, that so the LGBT people have been around for a while. It's not something fucking new. You know what I mean? Like, he says things that you don't even know what he's talking about. And what I mean by that is, like, I watch LGBT videos sometimes, like Matt Baum, because I actually like those videos because it makes me think about, like, that I'm not alone.
White.
And then I have, you know, my dad who can't even recognize that people in the past, in the 60s, were gay. People in the, like, he lives in his own reality that just doesn't jive with actual facts, you know? And it's like, dude, like, I wanted to tell him, like, some of your favorite things to watch on TV were performed by people that weren't straight.
Oh, one's the count.
Go fuck yourself, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, wake up, you know? And, like, that's where I get mad. Is, like, if he wants to live in his precious reality, fucking just stop, you know? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, dude, like, you don't want to live in reality. You don't want to recognize that LGBT people have been around for a while. I mean, since human history started, if we're being honest. It's just never been accepted or even, you know, allowed. I mean, there's a difference. And, you know, it's like one of those things I urge people to do the research.
Up next
like,
for the Orioles.
And once you start doing that, you start realizing, you know, that we have been treated pretty badly in human history. Like, so once you start realizing that, then you can start going like, oh, okay, you know, that's why people are just starting to feel more comfortable, a little more comfortable coming out of the closet. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that to really get on a bench here, but it's just like, if you've been persecuted for human history, then it's like, yeah, you just go, oh, he's gone at the plate. Nope, we got the lead. But if you've been persecuted for human history, you start, like, not wanting to do things, and then once you know, get the ability to, it's great to go out and get out of the closet like people do now, like me. Because, like, I've noticed that, like, the only people that are just, there's only one group of people that don't call me Joanna. And that is my family. So it's like, they can go shove it. You know?
0-1.
It's like one of those things where you just start going, yeah, well, Mom and Dad, you want to be in the minority because you're going to get left behind eventually. And then they go, well, that's not rude. That's called, you didn't want to wake up to reality, and you got your result. Like, I've tried so many times to like, just tell them, and then, like, if I tell them I'm not straight and you have a problem, go F yourself. Like, it's like one of those things of, like, That's called like dipping my toe into a water and you just don't want to do that? No, that's called you now get nothing, you don't get to be
Got him. That's an out.
around me. You know what I mean? I'm not going over there Christmas Eve because of stupid crap, you know, so see what the timer says. Yeah, the timer says we gotta stop. Not because I want to, but more because we're at 15 minutes. Or over 15 minutes, so it's like, yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace.